back to my lessons. So I hope you enjoyed the previous lesson I just released. I know I enjoyed making it and it was really exciting for one of my first videos to bring out. So just before we start, what I want to do is just remind you what we will be going over in this lesson. So I have decided from this lesson and the one before that I would like to go over the verse and link section in the song Devil's Game, which you can find in the link on Spotify below. So before we get into it, I would also like to just go over the demonstration of this song, as if you are maybe new or you just have heard it once and maybe forgotten, I just want to give you sort of a recap of how it goes and what you should expect to hear in these lessons to come. So here's the demonstration now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely did, listening back to it, and what I want to go over before we get started into it is sort of the sections and how they sound separately, as obviously with the demonstration it was quite busy and you heard from the intro by itself, and I want to essentially go over each part by itself to give you a knowledge of how it goes. So let me just go over and show you what I mean. Okay. So, in this song, we have obviously gone over the intro section, but what I want to go over now is the verse and the link part in this song. So let's have a listen and I will explain pretty much what the idea around it was when we go over it. So here we go. So this is the verse.
These issues got me shaking, there's a smoke in the air. No matter I've got problems, they ain't taking me there. I sing softly, softly to myself, that the matter was then is not the man I am today. So sit back down, you ain't coming my way.
So that is essentially the verse in a whole for this whole song. So what we wanted to do is of course, as most songs go, we wanted to keep it repetitive, but having little tiny embellishments. As in the second verse, you should be able to hear there is a guitar which is sort of it has a weird like Spanish lick in it, as I described in the beginning. We like to add a bit of differentiation in our song with the licks. So if I show you what I mean with this lick, you should be able to hear it. So it's in the next verse section here. So if you listen to the guitar, there. So it's a bit different, as you can have a listen here from the beginning of the verse. We wanted to sort of give it a bit more in the second verse to make it not seem like it's going just a tiny attack on the guitar with a lick to sort of go, oh, that's quite samba-esque and interesting. But what we also decided is before the verse 2 coming across after the chorus, we wanted to have a link section, as what this section did is it introduced the bass line without any instruments really playing apart from the drums, so that you know how the bass line goes, because as it's not the most technical bass line, the thing about it though, which made it really effective, is that it was very catchy, and I don't know particularly why, but there was something about it which caught everyone off guard when they heard it. So we sort of wanted to show it off because we were quite impressed with it. So we had this section here, if you have a listen, with the bass line and the drums, obviously, when I show you. So here we go. So there, that was just pretty much the introduction, as we thought if we lay back all the instruments and keep the main sort of sound there, such as the mainly the bass but the drums as a back, just to keep the time, it just kept it there and showed it caught everyone off guard and made them think, oh, what is happening here? And then suddenly we come back in for the verse, so it catches people off guard. So what I want to do now is just sort of go over the drumming part of that in the verse and show you the link section as well. So let's get to it.